today we're going to discuss what the meaning of work is. So why work? Work with music and the importance of women. So the importance of women is to act as a counterpoint to men's laziness. Vice versa, this holds true a little bit as well. I'm a simple man. I don't want to be here right now. I have work refusal. This is work. So now I've made it onto a very safe space. A safe space here. So this is a safe space, a safe park. So in this park, we're able to walk and play. And that's great. It's a lovely little green, it's been freshly cut. So the time is just before 6 a.m. on Tuesday, the 21st of July 2026. I had no idea that I'd make it this far. No idea. 2026. The things I've been through, guys. Crawling through the undergrowth at strange hours. I need to keep up the pace. I need to sort of increase the pace a bit. Yeah, so the crawling through the undergrowth at strange hours. Even recently, the caterpillars in my hair, that wasn't super recent, but the eating, the separation of the good broccoli from the broccoli with caterpillars, we're talking weeks ago. You know, so this is incredible stuff. Performing Moonlight Sonata at Euston Station. That's that. Yeah, and then performing it next to a youth who have real talent. You know, that was amazing. So all this is really important. You know, I'm on the Sussex Downs. So the Sussex Downs, incredible uppush of chalk, ancient sea creatures' bones, calcium carbonate, really interesting stuff. Why do I have this platform? I can't explain it. You just have to do a certain amount of videos on YouTube, and they give you the possibility of performing, creating content on YouTube. I mean, what is this level of trust that YouTube put in you? And you know, and why do people consume this crap on YouTube? Why do people go there on YouTube? You've got to ask yourself, what is the best? Fuck me, look at that. What is the benefit? So I just saw this Model 3 Tesla that was it a Model Y? Souped up. It was quite incredible. You know, it did look the part there. It was like these canards on the sides of the car. Quite incredible. Yeah. So why do people consume this crap on YouTube? What's the benefit? I'm just going to speed up a little bit because this is ridiculous. Why do people consume this? I mean, for example, they're having breakfast. Because a lot of my viewers are from the UK. They have this, say the cornflakes. They're pouring on the milk. They're flicking through the channels, and they come to JC Audits. You know, they might look at the Christian sign. They might think this is something to do with Christianity. No, it's not. There's nothing to do with Christianity in the sense that Christianity has shaped so much of what we do and who we are in this country, in the UK. Even King Charles would say, you know, Christianity, you know, is very much a part of this country. You can't get away from it. You know, and things that monks have done, you know, has shaped, and they shaved their heads, yeah, but has shaped this country and all over Europe. You can't underestimate the importance of Jesus Christ. You just can't. We can, because he talks about Jesus right now, apart from to bring his name in vain. But this channel is not about Jesus. There's so much out there that is about Jesus. So many channels that want to talk and praise him. This is not one of those channels. I mean, right above my head right now, an ex-dinosaur has been flying. You know, it's crazy stuff. There's a challenge here in this country to look after our elders. There's a huge it's a huge challenge. Let's not forget the declining birth rate in the UK. People aren't having sex anymore. What the hell is that about? I walk through the street during summer. Girls are looking at me. You won't get any sex from me. I know it's summer. You know, the women need sex. Men, step up. Deliver the goods. And I'm saying this to me as much as anyone out there. Anyone. I really do encourage any of you men out there to go and make babies, because the infidels, and I say that in a loose sense, you've got to look. Okay, let's take certain cultures have more babies. Muslims have more babies. Jewish have more babies. Who else have more babies? Certain elements of societies have more babies, and this is okay. We need to become more like them. Okay, we need to get out of our stupor, put the penis in the vagina and ejaculate. We're not doing that. Men are holding their own penises and they're masturbating. What's that about? I mean, come on, guys. And I say this to myself as much as to any other man. Stop masturbating. It's not doing you any good. You know, I say that, follow the Jewish, follow the Muslims. I spoke to a Muslim the other day, and he said to me, your culture is messed up. It's all about pornography. Does he have a point? And I'm not talking about the point in his trousers, guys. I think he does have a point. Even in the Bible, in the Old Testament, it says, and God struck Onan down because he played with his willy. If you don't believe me, go to Google, go to AI and ask, can you tell me about the Old Testament story about Onan? I've been banging on about this for years, for decades. Onan is a guy, just a man. Wasn't a god in the Old Testament, which was written, let's say, less than 5,000 years ago, probably more than 1,000 years ago. Okay, so between 5,000 and 4,000 years ago, we discovered farming 10,000 years ago. So it's not that long ago. Humans have been around for about 250,000 years ago. And we crossed over from the apes 6 million years ago. And the dinosaurs, they died out 65 million years ago. And 500 million years ago, there was a huge explosion of life forms on this planet. And 3.5 billion years ago, life started. So we've had a long time here. And the sun was formed about 4.5 billion years ago. And before then, 13.5 billion years ago, the universe formed. So what's been happening in the last area between 13.5 to 5.5? What's been missing there? Approaching 10 billion years. Well, stars have formed, stars have died. Who knows, life forms may have formed, who knows? Or not, because there weren't the complex elements. But we're going to crack on for another, say, 500 million years. Like we are, before things start to heat up here. The sun's expanding. You know, so... And then our sun will blow up. Shoot its matter around. I mean, what the hell? Why am I even angry? I'm just an animal. I'm a bipedal animal walking along the face of the earth. I'm walking on living things, on grass. I might be killing insects with every step, or every 100 or every 1,000 steps. What right do I have to kill those insects? And work, let me talk about work. Why go to work? Why get up in the morning? Why get up in the morning, guys? Why bother? When we know that the human race is going to die. But not only that, we're fucking up the planet, guys. We're fucking up the planet. Lots of people are saving the planet. But even more fucking it up. What's the government doing about it? Setting targets. Our UK government. New Andy Burnham coming in. What's he going to do about it? Is he just another animal? Does he look the part? Does he hold his head modestly? Andy Burnham. How did he get to where he is? He's younger than me, for fuck's sake. So how do people get to where they are? You could argue that the cream rises to the crop, or to the top in any domain. You could argue that. Yeah? You could argue that really well. But, yeah, Andy Burnham. Are we going to wish him well, guys? Are we going to wish him well? Are we going to get together and pray, guys? What does prayer mean? Prayer is just sort of sitting around a table, thinking to yourself, guys, hoping or knowing that there's a supernatural being out there that cares about your every need. Each hair on your head, guys. If you go to work and you're looking for a parking space, that God is trying to think about the best parking space for you. That's what modern day Christians would have you believe. Guys, is this true? God created the universe. Yeah, the universe is big, guys. The universe is very big. Really big. Why does God care about this planet? And there's so many gods out there. Which God do you not believe in? Are you the atheist or am I the atheist, guys? If I say I don't know, and you say no, Christianity is the only way, or Islam's the only way, which gods don't you believe in? What is religion, guys? What is religion? Is it collaboration, guys, under a common myth? Or is it something more spiritual or holy, guys? That's what I'm asking you. Is it more holy than that? Is Christianity more holy than just a collection of myths? This is terrible, guys. So going back to my original subject, why work? I mean, a lot of you right now, you're getting dressed. A lot of you are brushing your teeth. A lot of you are having your breakfast, just your cornflakes. Some of you are even having more sweeter cereal than cornflakes. What are you doing to yourself, guys? Where's your insulin going, guys? Yeah, it's driving those carbs into the muscles, guys, into the liver. How much can your body take, guys? Of the abuse of in the insulin system, guys. How much of it? Yeah. We all know it's an anabolic. It's anabolic, guys, but come on, guys. How much can your body take before it gives out? There are other humans right now, maybe even dogs, canines, maybe even cats, listening to my voice right now. Is this right? Should I be stopped? Is somebody going to speak the truth? I'm not saying I'm speaking the truth. I'm not saying I'm not performing, guys. I'm not saying that. There's got to be an element of performance. But how much of what I'm saying is true? And how much is fiction? And how much is misguided, guys? You have executive function, frontal lobes. Guys, you have all those means to decide and choose if what I'm saying is rubbish or what proportion is. You have those means to decide, guys. And yet all of you right now, a lot of you, some of you are bedbound, some of you are in the covers. Right now, I chose to get out of bed, not for you guys. I chose to walk the streets, guys. Not for you, but for me. Because we're facing a battle, guys. We live in an obesogenic environment. I'm not saying that I have not been touched by obesity. I've not been blessed by obesity, guys. Obesity has touched my life, guys. The question is, can we, the obese, touch it back, guys? What do we need to do to touch obesity back? Do we need to get out of our beds? That horrible feeling of throwing off the duvet, guys. Can we throw off the duvet and touch obesity? Touch it back. Something's going to kill us, guys. Something will kill us. As sure as we get taxed, guys, death will come. And other things too. All of us right now, you have certain things in common with me. All of you have felt physical pain. Some of you have felt mental pain. I'm not going to argue, oh, this is worse than that. I hear some people who have broken bones. I was talking to this guy the other day. He said, I've broken that bone. I've broken this bone. But nothing is as painful as a mental health problem. There are lots of men listening to more men than women, listening to my podcast right now, listening to this YouTube live, I should say. And a lot of those men have thought of suicide, guys. And you're not alone, because I'm one of those guys. Is this right? What's driving it? The biggest killer of men is suicide, guys. Especially young men, youngish men. Because what? We think, fuck this. Top ourselves. We become a statistic. We try, we attempt, we do. Usually men complete the suicide. We can see it through. We're used to getting the job done, just like Brexit. You got to tell me, guys, is this right? What's going on? Koreans, Koreans. I reckon the statistics are a lot higher than that. What is it about Korean attitude that the men are dropping like flies, they're committing suicide, guys? What's that all about? Can you Google that? Can you AI that? Can you find out for me, guys? Send me a message under any of my videos. We've looked into this death rate of Koreans, and yeah, they're topping themselves more than UK guys. What's that all about, guys? Why have languages in the first place? Why bother? Why not just settle it, done and dusted, English across the whole of the world? Why bother having different languages? It's rubbish. You go on holiday, you can't even speak your own language. You go to a lovely sandy beach. You rock up at the bar and you say something. And they look at you blankly. What the fuck is all that about? Why can't they serve you beer? No, you have to learn their language. You have to be all polite. Get the fucking phrase book out. Inverted commas, it's all on your app on your phone. And then you've got to say something in their language, looking at the pronunciation, making a fool of yourself. Do you want to be a fool on your holiday, guys? What's this about? Should English be worldwide? It is already getting there, guys, but should it be enforced? Should every government of the earth say, look, we're just getting rid of our poxy languages, French, German. Yeah, it's all poxy. Spanish, yeah. Had a good run, Spanish. Spoken by, yeah, most of the world's population. But we'll forget Spanish, yeah. Russian, yeah. Who wants to speak Russian? You know, let's have it the deed done. Let's have English approved by at least by every UN country. Let's start the drive, let's start a petition. Who out there is going to make a petition to Downing Street? We want a petition foreign governments to accept English as the one and only language. Because you might have more of a chance than that getting accepted than doing anything about the fucking environment. I'm serious. Greta fucking whatever the fuck her name is. Yeah? She, as a young girl, went out there. Yes, she's got a neurodivergent fucking like this, but who gives a fuck? She went out there and she thrived on it. She got heard. Just like I'm getting heard. For bad or for worse. I don't know why I got this fucking channel. She had her voice heard. People listened, people forgot. People laughed, whatever. But she said something. What's been the result? Absolutely fucking nothing. Just guys with a boy races. Oh, if Greta could see this. The fucking fat exhaust. We don't give a fuck. Whether it's from a government level or a local level, we don't give a fuck. Some of us do. A few of us do. A few of us start growing self-sufficient stuff, eating their own vegetables. See, I ate cauliflower with maggots in the other day. I took those maggots out, don't worry. I say maggots, but they were actually boiled caterpillars, alright? Because they're boiled, because I like to boil my vegetables. But let's face it, people are growing their own vegetables. People, young people, talking about in their 20s, are starting movements. I'm talking bowel movements here. They're starting movements to protect the environment, to get the local community involved in different initiatives. I didn't do that. I just sat at home playing with my balls all day long. So what's that all about? I would argue that it's more about things like drive. What do you want to do? What are your emotions? What drives you? So for example, I threw away the duvet today, got out of bed and did this. Just walking, guys. Not every one of us can walk. I'm aware of that. And what I say now might be anti-certain people. But I don't give a fuck. We're all struggling. Some of those disabled people enable fucking people, okay? They are stronger than me, emotionally. They've got it together. Some of them fight, some of them don't. We have to fight for them, guys. We have to fight for their rights. We came out of the fucking EU. Disabled rights have gone down. That's what a disabled guy told me the other day. He's worried. Dostoevsky said a society can be judged by the way they treat their own prisoners. And apparently he said that after spending a spell in jail. I only say this, guys, because do we protect the weak, the downtrodden? Some of us right now, I know people right now that are doing stuff for Ukraine. They're driving trucks out there, guys. They're supporting the people of Ukraine. Even our ex-Prime Minister, our outgoing Prime Minister, said we should support Ukraine. So what are we doing to support Ukraine exactly? Flying the flag in the fucking window. I've talked to Ukrainian guy. I've talked to him. I've spoken to him. And he told me it's all in my videos, guys. And you won't be able to find it because I don't have a classification system. But some of you might. They're using JC audits and then Ukraine and searching. Some of these guys, they're ex-soldiers. They escaped. They paid their way out. I mean, he'd already stopped being a soldier and became a builder. But he was up there in the military. He was up there. And his friends are still in it. He came out, guys. He told me about the vans snatching men off the street. We're not talking centuries ago. We're not talking decades ago. We're talking about a few years ago. May even be happening now. I've spoken to a journalist, guys, who's been there in the war zone, who's seen, if not seen drones himself, has a lot of the experience about what kind of drones there are, what size and all that. AI can index my voice in future, and they can judge whether this is true what I'm saying or not. But I think the fact remains that I'm still walking here today. I'm walking and I'm talking, guys, and it's thanks to you that this channel is gaining some popularity. At the beginning, when I was less than 10 subscribers, I tried to do something, guys. I tried to stop this channel from becoming popular. I said to people, should I discourage people from subscribing to this channel because it just perpetuates the sort of bullshit that people watch on YouTube, TikTok, read on X. But no, some of you wise guys said, don't limit your amount of subscribers. Let the subscribers come. And now, because of my stupid gym antics, my dumb piano music, which is, let's face it, like a fucking funeral pyre, every time I fucking play that Moonlight Sonata, you might as well be wheeling out the coffins. Who wants to watch my channel? My boring channel? No one. Because a lot of what I say is rubbish, but some of it may not be, and please, you who are more intelligent than me, whether that's artificially enhanced or not, please discern. I'm here, I think it's according to it's the 21st of July, 2026. The time in the UK is 6:25. And you know that because you look at your watch now, it's 6:25, guys. Do I want to be here with JC Audits? Or do I have stuff to do? Should I get out of bed? Should I do that bit of washing up in the sink? Should I do as JC Audits does? Go out, get my feet out on the streets, or get in my wheelchair and push, guys? Should I be a motivator? Should I be a champion for the environment, guys? Should I champion the rights of disabled people? Should I be the one? Should I talk to people who have a disability or maybe differently able? Should I talk to these people? Should I talk to the trans guy? Should I talk to people that are different than me, different coloured skin, like JC Audits? JC Audits is not white, guys. I know people have thought that, but no. I know you look at some of my videos and you think, the guy's got to be white. The guy's got to be a white racist, maybe a white supremacist. I'm not white, guys. I'm sorry to disappoint you. It's not your camera, it's not your screen. I am not white. In a sense. Might be a coconut, brown on the outside, white on the inside. There's a possibility that some of that might be true. As I say in my comedy, some of that may be true. How's the milk going? Have you cleaned inside your fridge, guys? Just take a look inside your fridge. Look at the back of the fridge. See what you've got in there. Might be useful. We might be able to eat it or throw it away. Check the best before dates, guys. Don't rely on your parents. A lot of people are young watching this channel. I advise any under 18-year-olds to immediately turn off this fucking channel if you haven't already. It's not for you guys. It's not for you. JC Audits is not child friendly. It's not work friendly either. I know that some of you watching are retired. I know that. I know that. I honestly do know that. I know some of you watching are Christians and do believe in your heart that Jesus Christ is Lord. I know that. I know we have managers watching this channel, managers that have the hire and fire power, or at least the firepower. So I know that. I'm well aware of that. And I'm grateful for this right, this privilege, this thing that can be revoked at any time. If you flag this video, call it hate speech. Because do you want to watch this? Is this the thing you want to watch? Or can I ask you, please, to step up, to do stuff? So originally I made this video to talk about the role of women and the reasons why you should work. This video turns to be absolutely nothing about that at all. Absolutely nothing about it. So let's try and address that matter now. So why should you work? Okay, why should you work? So work is including voluntary work. But let's take voluntary work out of it, because I like to be contentious. But I want to say, before I do that, a bit about voluntary work. Voluntary work is very good. Very good. The only downside is you won't get paid. But there's so many plus sides. So many people in work at the moment doing voluntary work, whether it's officially recognised or not. Okay, parents looking after their children. Sorry, that's voluntary work. Parents don't have to look after their children. They don't have, yes, there's some biogenetic programming, but it's still a choice that they don't think they have. There's still a choice. And some people exercise that choice and children go into care. But of course there's strong society push against that, and all for good reasons. So voluntary work, domestic chores, doing the washing, etc., washing up, especially for men, doing the hoovering, especially for men, taking the rubbish. The women in my household do that. So all I'm trying to say is these sorts of tasks are necessary. And in the background, yeah, the sun is getting hotter or whatever, and it will do over, getting big over the next and hotter over the next 500 million years. That's all in the background, guys. Our second generation star. That's all in the background. So just consider that when you're washing up, guys. We have to do these things, and the people getting hurt, bombed, and worse in a world right now, people suffering, guys. We shouldn't let that stop our mission. You need to be a bit more single sort of purpose, a bit more focused. So assuming you've got out your duvet by now. You've thrown off the duvet, you've had a poo, you might have had a wee. I mean, it's basic stuff, guys. You might have farted today in the morning. So it doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man. You farted, you might have scratched your private parts, guys. This is all okay. You've gone and done that. You farted, you've had some cornflakes. I mean, a lot of people, I spoke to a guy the other day who talked about another guy. And he said, this guy goes to Ukraine. What did I do this morning? I had a coffee and farted. These are not my words. These are the words of another human that I associate with. I went camping with this other person the other day. These are real events, guys. Real events in JC Audit's life. Okay? So you've done all these things, and then you might do a bit of washing up. Your voluntary work for yourself. So some of the work you do, even in a physics sense, getting out of bed, mass, gravity, vector motion, sense of gravity, muscles contracting, relaxing, myotones, dermatomes, sarcomeres, ejection fraction, guys, CRP, C-reactive protein, oh maybe not that, but yeah, ATP I meant, it's not CRP, ATP. Okay, so you can tell me what ATP stands for. Adenosine triphosphate, I've got it. Damn. Okay, so things like that. Energy systems, whether it's aerobic or anaerobic, guys, we're out there exercising. Some of us. Exercise is a planned. It's usually planned. It's usually rhythmic, whole body movements. It's usually repetition and planned. Getting out of bed, having a fart, having a shit is not exercise, but it does have, things in common with exercise. What I'm doing right now is exercise. It's planned. It's voluntary. It's set to a certain goal. Yeah. So, what are you doing, guys, for exercise? Do you have a dog that needs to be walked? Do you have those headphones on while you're walking with that dog? Do you have that unlimited internet, guys, that I'm using to make this video, guys, to make this Facebook Live? Okay, so the question is, do you have that ability to get out of bed? Because not all of you will. Some of you, either through depression, physical illness, infirmity, age, or other reasons, can't get out of bed right now. So I reach out to those people who might be feeling lonely, stressed, scared, people who are infirm. I reach out to them and say, yeah, I kind of get what you're talking about, because I've kind of been there. Maybe not quite like you, but enough as a human being. I kind of understand where you're at in a small sense, not saying in a whole sense. Oh, I know what you mean sense. No, I don't. Can we ever? We can hope to understand another human being and stand alongside them. Figuratively, of course, but some actually do stand alongside people that are in distress. Not me. So yeah, I've slowed down, I must speed up again. So yeah, work. Voluntary work is important. Exercise is important. Do we get paid for it? Not usually. Exercise, though, is a strange one, because obviously it's part of your job and you're walking for your job. It's part of it. You could argue, yeah, I got paid to work. Don't go down gym. Don't have to go down the gym because I'm a doctor walking on the wards. I get paid for my fucking exercise, don't I? Because I'm a fucking doctor. I work in the wards. I work from A ward to B ward, and I work there every day. I do the bloods, and I take my other doctors around with me. Yeah, okay, so you get paid. Fine, brilliant, wonderful. That's great. Gets paid to exercise. But not really, because that's not quite true. So some jobs have exercise built in. A lot of jobs, especially in this obesogenic society where cars, well, let's call them mechanized exoskeletons, have a lot of effect on our desire, necessity, and our pleasure. Because a lot of these car manufacturers, whether it's a shitty make like Vauxhall or more upmarket make like Ferrari, they all appeal to your emotions. Drive this and you feel good. So the advertising, that's the way it works. So us being emotional creatures, yeah, we buy into it and buy into the brands that our parents have maybe bought or we've bought from a young age and associate it with us feel good feelings and loyalty. Let's have it to our car and not our partner, our wife, our husband. Yeah, because I spoke to this guy yesterday. Wife cheated on him. Yeah, it's not only the man, guys. Wife cheated on him. That makes news, doesn't it? Literally got kids together. I approve of that. I approve. I stand up for that woman. I say, yeah, fair play to you for cheating on your fiance that you're just about to marry. I'd rather you fucking did it now than when you're a few years in a marriage. And even though I say that to the women that are thinking of divorcing their husbands after X amount of years suffering during lockdown, they're thinking of divorcing and waiting for the children to reach a certain age. Once you divorce, I say, good on you guys. Good on you women for divorcing your husbands. Why? Why do I say that? Because they don't know any better. 2, because they're taking care of number 1. 3, because they've suffered enough, and we all understand suffering, guys. Who can blame them? We do not blame the woman. We do not blame the individual. Because our societies are slightly different around the world. So, Muslim society is slightly different to non-Muslim. Slightly different. But you can't tar all Muslims with the same brush. You cannot. A lot of our health system is being delivered by Muslims. Going to hospital, Muslim take care of me, Muslim doctor. It's so true. It's so true. So let's just be careful about what we say, because Muslims are the backbone of this country. The Muslims fighting for this country, guys, dying for this country, shedding blood. They're female Muslim soldiers, guys. So when you talk about Muslims, you're talking about Britain, guys. So be careful what you say. I say this not a personal card. For example, football. There's a Muslim footballer. Liverpool's loving. So start loving the Muslim a bit more. Okay, I'm not saying that you should have many wives, because a lot of Muslims don't. I'm not saying that you'd wear a veil, because a lot of Muslims don't. Just saying tolerance, respect. Just like I tolerate that you're an Arsenal fan. Yeah, and I'm a Tottenham fan. Yeah, just tolerate. Take the piss, but of course you've got to be a little bit funny about that, because obviously you're taking the piss out of strangers. It's easier with football. Even then, it can be a bit problematic. So, see, some things are private. Like, if you support this or that football team, it's a public thing, isn't it? You go out with colours on. Muslim, you wear a veil. Some of them. Okay? So it's slightly more public. So I'm calling for a bit more respect. By that I don't mean keep your mouth shut. I mean talking about these things a bit more. Talk to people. Nuance. Find the nuance. Find the common ground. Talking to people at bus stops. Don't do it. No, I'm only joking, guys. If you want to talk to people at bus stops, go ahead. So going back onto work now. So this is a short video, as you might have realised. So there's voluntary work. It's all valuable. There's exercise. We talked about that. But why go out to paid work? Very interesting. Because you need to contribute to society. I want you to look at it this way. I work not to support my family, but to support my society. That's the change I want you to make. Yeah, I might put some bread on the table. Yeah, I might be able to afford the odd holiday. But actually, what I'm doing is I am laying the foundations to help my family contribute to this beautiful earth that we're living in. I can go like this. I can breathe oxygen, about 20% oxygen in the air that I breathe, guys. And I'm basked by the radiation from this star here, covering the star. That is all starlight, guys. I know we call it sunlight, but it's a local star, guys. So I'm bathed in starlight. Yeah, not star, just reflecting some of that starlight, guys. So with that, you've seen my video, you've watched my live, and if you want to watch it again, you know where to find it, under the live section of JC Audit's channel. This is JC Audit signing out after 45 minutes of crap. Thank you very much. Good luck, Indian cricket team. Good work for mental health. Thank you very much, guys. I'm going to take a photo of that. That's going on my posts, okay? On my posts, post section, community section of the channel. Thank you very much for watching. I wish you all the best. Every one of you, every single one of you that can hear me speak English, other languages are welcome on this channel. Thank you. JC signing out.